Hello guys, welcome to Solving Solutions, your number one channel where you get solutions to all your solving problems. It's nice having you in class again today. How have you been? We are going to look at something on QGIS. We are going to look at how you can automatically calculate the areas of these polygons. So let's say you've actually digitized or maybe you've extracted some polygon features, and then it can be for any layout or maybe for any settlement or for any purpose that you would have digitized or extracted those polygons, right? Good. And for some reasons you decide to know their area. So we have about, this should be more than 5 or up to 10. So yours can be more than 10 or less than 10, but you decide to know the area, that's the area covered or the area enclosed by each of these polygons. You can actually come to the attribute table, that's open attribute table, and then you can see the fields that are populated in the attribute table are not or does not include what the area, right? Good. So what do you do, or let's say how do you automatically get what's the area? So that's what we are going to look at on today's video. So thanks for coming to class. If you're coming to the channel for the first time, you can encourage us by subscribing, and if you're a returning viewer, thanks for always checking up on us. So when this particular digitizing was done, these were the two fields that were created. These were the two fields that were created on the attribute table. However, we want to now add more. So yours can be more than 2, it can be less than 2, but depending on what you have, if there is no column for your area, you can actually follow this process to get the areas of the area of each of the polygons. So the first thing is that you open your attribute table, which we've done. Then you start toggle editing, right? Good. Now upon starting toggle editing, that means you want to add or remove from this particular layer, right? Good. So you now come to new field. That means you want to create a new column, right? Good. So you just click on new field. Then you have add field. You give the field a name. So we are trying to we are trying to get the area of the polygon. So let's give it area, right? Good. Let's leave the comment empty. Then the type, let's give it decimal, because we can have it up to, let's say it's supposed to be up to decimal, or it's supposed to be decimal. Let's leave it at decimal because area is supposed to be decimal, right? Good. Now we need it at let's say 2-3 decimal places. Then the length should be the maximum of 10, right? Good. So all of these are your preferences, but at least your area is supposed to be decimal, and we also advise that you use it to 3 decimal places, right? So you just click on OK. Now upon clicking on OK, you will now see that a new field has been created, right? Good. Now the next thing is for you to come to the field calculator, which is open field calculator. Now under the open field calculator, we are actually working on that layer area, right? Good. So we can decide to update an existing field or create a new field, depending on what we want to do. But since the field has been created already, which is the area field, right? Good. So we can just decide to update an existing field. So if you had not created it before, you can create it from this end. So now what is the field we want to update? We want to update the area field, right? Good. Now what are we trying to do? What we are trying to do is that we want to determine the area of those polygons. And then let's just select polygon to see what the description is. Now this group contains functions that operate on geometry objects such as length, or let's say example length, area, right? Good. So when you now click on the drop down, you will see different functions that operate on geometry objects, right? Good. So over time you can just go through them to see how each of them works, right? Good. So we are using one of those functions, and we are using the area function, which is this $sign area. Now what's the description? It says it returns the area of the current feature. The area calculated by this function respects both the current project ellipsoid setting and area unit settings, right? Good. So when you read through it, you will see how the function works. So for us to have it effective, we just what double click, right? Good. So it's under our what our expression builder, right? Good. So you can also see, you can already see a preview of, or let's say example of the area, right? Good. So this shows an example of the area of the the field that we have selected, because what we are trying to do is that we are trying to update what this particular layer, and then whatever function we create here is actually being affected on that on that layer, right? Good. So when we click on OK, we'll see that the area field has been has been populated, and then we'll also see that it's actually to three decimal places, and you can see how long some of those values are in terms of the area, right? Good. So what it means is that for polygon one, let's say for one there, let's see it. Good. Now this is one here, right? Good. And the area is actually what indicated as this. Okay, we can minimize that. So that's for one, right? Good. So let's just click on something else, and that's the area for that. So now let's look at the biggest. So we are going to label these polygons according to their numbers, right? Good. So we have we have the labels on each of the polygons. So now let's look at which polygon is the biggest. Can we say 24? 24 is long. We want to see how proportionate the area is. Okay, I think 2 is the smallest. So now let's look at the value of 2, right? The value of area 2. The value of area 2, that's 342,988. 342,988. Good. That's even the smallest, right? Good. You can see when you sort it, you would see the highest and the lowest, and you can see that for ID2, ID2 has the smallest, and then let's see 24. Okay, which means my approximation was actually correct. Then 24 is actually the highest. So you can see proportionately the areas that have been populated on the area field is actually what is actually okay. So this is the simple way you can use to calculate or determine, or let's say compute the area of the polygons you would have digitized or maybe extracted from any open source data from for your layouts, or maybe for any other tasks you have at hand. So thanks for coming to class. We hope we've actually provided a solution to this particular solving problem. And if you have any question, contribution, you can always leave it on the comment section, or you can send us message on any of our social media platforms, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So you can decide to save if you want to. So mainly just save that particular field that has been saved, and you can always, let's come back to attribute. The attribute table is open. Let's still get there. Good. So it is already there. So immediately you close the toggle editing, you can always see what the field, yeah, you can always see the field saved, and yeah, saved as it has been populated on your attribute table. So we are going to see you on the next video. Until then, keep staying safe, and have a very good time. Bye.